We are live. All right, we are live right now. I've been live on many other apps, and I just felt like, hey, let's just go live on YouTube real quick while I'm at home. I'm working, and I'm gonna talk about why change is so important. And this is also another way for me to test this because I'm not doing this on the OBS. I'm just doing this raw straight to YouTube. Let me just go ahead and do this. Boom, paste. Oh shit. Put too much. Boom, boom, boom. My stuff, it is, when your stuff works, it's sensitive. My mouse is sensitive. I got people jamming outside, doing what they're doing. It's cool. Boom. There we go. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm inside, by the way, and I'm currently working on some graphics, but I felt like I would get in here and talk about change and why change is important, learning to adapt to what's going on in your journey in your life. In our world, we're in the graphics world, we're in the consulting world, where we're consulting on how to make stuff look better, what products to use, and things like that. And I would encourage people when you come to designers, consultants, and whatever it is that you're doing, be willing to open up and be okay with some change. Sometimes change can lead you into better directions, maybe show you some things that you didn't see before. A lot of older people don't like change. They're what they say stuck in their ways. And sometimes we are the same way. We get stuck in our ways. But when you kind of research and study some things out here, change can open your mind to some stuff that you didn't know. You didn't know about. Sometimes we think we know everything, and then truly, we really don't know like everything at all. Once you start finding out you don't know stuff, that opens up your mind to a lot, to where you're willing to learn. And the best thing to do is get out here and trial and error. But like I say, when it comes to change in life, in your career, in your walk, the way you carry yourself, it can level you up, or it can show you some things that you just was not seeing because you was just in the flow of things. I'm learning that on a daily basis. I am learning like, man, bro, before you start doing these reaction videos, do you see how much you was just disconnected from the world? Um, and I really was. I just did not know half this stuff was going on out here. You always hear crazy stories, but when I started doing these reaction videos and seeing the videos that people send me, it's like, wow, like I really thought I was out here, shaking and moving, and you realize, bro, you don't even know there's so much going in the world that you missing. It's a trip. Like even when I'm talking to y'all right now, there's probably some crazy stuff going on online right now, and it's just every 5 minutes. And that's another reason why I'm doing this to kind of explain why I decided to start doing these reaction videos. And still, while I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I'm working. So don't make it seem I'm being rude by not looking up at the camera. It's- Just what I'm saying is kind of more important than just looking at the camera. All right, but this is the power in learning, like developing. I've why I admire and I watch Angel as she does. Now I give her a hard time, y'all, but I watch as she work, as she grows and does what she does. You know, I had to start adapting and changing and seeing, like, man, you know what? Maybe popping out all the time ain't what that is. How about let me lock in and focus more on the graphic side. Let me focus more on how to help people push forward in what they're doing with some consulting measures of using my story in life and showing people how different veteran thinks. Kind of henceforth leading on to why I decided to start doing this consulting thing, and not even just consulting, making comment reaction videos. People buy from who they like. They buy from who they connect with. So, putting my thoughts and my concepts and what I believe out there may relate to someone in that lane, and it may encourage them more to be like, "Well, man, I rock with how bro be thinking, what he be talking about. I wonder what else he does." which intrigues people to move forward. Henceforth, change. Internet. When the internet came about, some of the old ways of making money kind of, I'm not gonna say went out the door, but it became a thing of the past, and you had to learn how to adapt and change. And if you're not on the internet now, hey man, you kind of lost in the sauce. It's ways now I'm learning because I was fighting this internet thing for a good while. You could even go down the feed where it's just like I'll post a video here and there, maybe a month later, post another video. Now I'm being super consistent. Don't matter the people watching is about showing the proof and the concept. So if I'm telling my people that are hiring us to chop it up with them about their business, and they're asking me, "Hey, man, do you think I should start doing this internet thing?" And now I can officially be like, "Yeah, check out what we're doing here. Look how we've been moving, and it's showing the proof in concept. That's my favorite thing. If y'all been following me for a while, my favorite thing is proof and concept. Show me that it can work. Show me what you've done to see it work. Not that it's been super, 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 super successful, but it's the fact that oh dang, bro, that worked for you. Maybe it'll work for me, type thing. So change is good. Don't fight change. Uh, no, I mean if you're not comfortable about something, okay, cool. But at the end of the day, sometimes change is okay, man. Sometimes it's okay. I know it's a scary thing, but once you start to see some success from the thing that you change, it'll open your mind, your pineal gland to start to be illuminating. And next thing you know, you may look at the world a little different, like what's happening for me right now. I never thought I would just be, man, just hop on YouTube, bro, and just tell people your thoughts and ideas on stuff that's going on in the world. And that will start getting the traction on YouTube. This is the best interaction we've been having on YouTube, period, since we've had this YouTube channel, period. And most of that forms from being willing to change, being willing to listen to people that's around you. Man, bro, if you just get on YouTube and just tell people your thoughts and stuff, man, shoot, people gonna start gravitating to you. Hmm. Uh-huh. Push away. The years go by, years go by, years go by, and you're seeing people get successful from just talking what's on their mind. And that's dope. But when it gets to that, you don't wanna be the one missing out. And I felt now I've missing out on a lot. I mean, I'm looking at some of this stuff these people dealing with, and it's like, whoa, thought I was going through hell. Not even close. And people love to hear what people's thoughts are on different topics. And I always say I don't take sides. And when I make these videos, I intentionally put in like my flaws. Hey man, listen, I'm making a reaction video to this, but listen, I ain't nothing perfect. I'm not the best father out here. I'm not the best parent out here. I'm not the best friend out here. I'm not the best spouse out here. I'm not none of that. I'm just a powerful guy out here doing what he loves and focusing on that and willing to adapt to these new ways of the world. Before long, there's not going to even be a dollar left. So you're going to have to adapt to this new crypto thing and learning that. There's so many reasons and different ways for us to build. You just got to be okay with change. You don't want to be that grumpy old guy. Well, hell, I don't want to be the grumpy old guy in the back, like, man, back in the day, this is how this was done, and why were we doing it that way? While I'm sobbing, I could be making money, focusing on how to make the company better. And this is something that helped us, and I feel it helped me personally better looking at situations. Something that Angel does very, very well. She double checks and triple checks on our clients to make sure they're doing great. And she does it all the time. You know, I'm not great at uh just shooting the shit, with people. I like to get to the point, the meat and potatoes and what we doing. But she knows how to make people feel comfortable, open to talk about what they got going on in their personal life, which transitions to what they got going on with their business life to see what's heavy weighing on their shoulders, why you feel like you're not getting more clients or why your clients are falling off. You know, that's change at the same time, and I learned so much from other people. I get a lot of kudos from knowing things, but it's really become because I'm experiencing different things with different people, what they're going through life and how I have to adapt to it, what I'm willing to do it. And I know my flaw. I deal with PTSD very bad, right? And when I know that and I'm willing to say, hey, I deal with PTSD. I done survived some wars. I done survive all type of different things. It helps, and this is what Angel does. I keep telling you, this it helps others feel a little bit more comfortable with opening up about the things that they are dealing with when it comes to their business and when it comes to their design work, when it comes to how they want their company seen. All that stuff matters. Like I'm currently working in Photoshop right now while I'm doing this and working on this album cover for one of our clients now out of Atlanta. And I look at people's life stories. And it's like, man, who changed? And I was watching one of their episodes. Shout out to Kid Q, and Sunflower, and everybody over there on their side doing their thing. I was checking out one of their podcast episodes, and they did this breakdown on how the music video that they just shot with West Side Boogie, we did the artwork for that cover, and it's just listening to them break that down. It's like, man, they had to adapt to so much, they had to change so much, they had to make things work to make things make sense so the video could get done. Now imagine if they didn't adapt or willing to change to the way things was lining up. It wouldn't have came out. I have so many different stories and ideas and things that I can push out there for people to see and kind of understand why change is not always bad. You know, I trust me, I am stubborn. I am probably the most stubborn person you will ever meet. When I feel like it don't make sense, I'm not gonna budge on it, no matter what anybody says. Period. Care how they feeling. But at the same time, I still have to understand. Hey, bro, you seeing it this way. This person may see it this way. Hold back. Let's dissect this thing and let's get a clear understanding of why you feel the way you feel and why I feel the way I feel. And this is something I'm working on myself. So when I be speaking and talking to people, I'll be talking to myself at the same time. And I think that what makes it a little bit more effective. So I will always advocate for change. I will always advocate for change. I will always push for change. I haven't had a lot of mentors in my lane, but I've had mentors like in life. But with that being said, like I said, I look at some of their lives like, man, you've been on this for 50, 60 years. When was the moment that you had to learn to change to make your life better? And some was stubborn and didn't change, and they're feeling it now. You got to be able to adapt. You got to be okay with change, and you also got to be okay with sitting back, shutting up, and listening, because we don't know everything. We may feel like we know everything, but we may not really know everything. So we got to stand strong, stand tall, and constantly push forward. Change is good. Change is okay. There's a lot of things in history that have changed that made life better for us today. But if you're out here constantly fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting against the change, you may just end up be killing yourself, killing your future, or really just staying stagnant. But this is my little talk on being willing to change since all my babies and stuff they're at doing the school and things right now. Give some time to make it kind of quiet, and I kind of go live and talk about this on the YouTube. There's a constantly push the algorithm as well, so constantly tap in with us. You're looking for those graphics, you're looking for some consulting when it comes to way your image or your product should look or the branding. Lock in with Inside. If you know someone that needs that type of help, lock in with Inside. Our email is info at illllc.com. And you can reach us there. This is what we do. I am really enjoying not having to hit the road and be outside all the time. Now, it made me feel like I'm not doing a lot, but I'm getting a lot more done by staying out here, putting more content out, locking in with people, and it also brings the value up since I'm not popping out everywhere. When people do request for me to come out, that makes the ticket a little higher, you know what I mean? So this is what we're doing. We're gonna constantly build. I'm gonna knock out another album cover today, put some more graphics out, do some more videos, reaction videos. Make sure you continue to stay tapped in with us. Right now, I'm getting messages coming through, and we're gonna do what we do. So make sure you stay tapped in with us. I want to send a big congratulations to Angel. She's graduating, man. A lot of business things are coming up. She's the glue to all this thing, because if it was for me, I wouldn't be rocking with anybody. But this is what she's doing. I'm super proud of her. Make sure y'all give her a shout out in the comments when y'all can. It's all the way up. It's inside.